Well, for 17 years, the official policy of the U.S. military prohibited gays from openly serving their country. It was also supposed to keep the military from asking about a service member's sexuality.
But under Don't Ask, Don't Tell, more than 14,000 were discharged. That all changed last summer with President Obama's signature. Now a Houston performing arts group looks at the policy's lasting impact in song.
We should have put an end to Don't Ask, Don't Tell long ago.
Dishonorable discharge. Know what that is? Know what a stockade feels like? A record? Do you want to know? You're rounded up in sweeps at bars or private parties.
A specialist, Jacoby Montgomery. U.S. Army, I was in OIF, Operation Iraqi Freedom. For myself, to be in the service during Don't Ask, Don't Tell, I wanted to be in there to do something bigger. I wanted something to do bigger than myself. So the military I thought it could give that to me. I didn't think it would be that big of an issue. There were a lot of people who were homophobic in my unit, people who were higher rank mostly. People who were lower rank didn't really care about the situation.
They had to integrate blacks and they did it. They had to integrate women and they did it.
Because I knew it was going to be dismissed, but I didn't have an idea when that's going to happen, so I decided to make the plans for the show. Music is a language that can say so much more than words. This is, by the way, the first show ever done in this country about this policy.
I had a secret love.
They would say if I saw someone doing homosexual acts, they would, I would punish them to the full extent or find some way to get them put out. And that's what kind of happened to me. They didn't really look at your job performance, but they would look at the person they liked the most. That's mostly how the rank structure went.
Don't tell, don't ask, your patriotic task, demand to wear a mask.
Eric Alves is our MC for the night. He is a very important spokesperson for the end of this policy. He was the first Marine to be wounded in the war in Iraq. He was one of the first to be heard in the Congress about the policy and why should it be dismissed.
Go out and tell our story, let it echo far and wide. Make them hear you, make them hear you.
And I could not put down my sword if justice was my right. Make them hear you, make them hear you.
It's very difficult just for being gay. So what I would like to say is that they are fighting for the rights that we have to protect this country, and yet they couldn't be themselves. So it's a major thing that this policy was overturned.
Go out and tell our story, let it echo far and wide. Make them hear you, make them hear you.
You can see the full concert Saturday night at 7:30 at the Wortham Center's Cullen Theater, and we have a link to ticket information at myfoxhouston.com. Click Scene on TV.